Welcome everyone to the first of our 4 opportunities to experience Christmas together. It's great to have you along. My name's Rachel and together we are going to start thinking about the greatest story ever told, the Christmas story. You probably know it, Mary, Joseph, a donkey, a stable, a very special baby. Each week during Advent, which is the time of year we're in now, there'll be a different part of the story to think about. So let's get started. As we're now gathered together, we're going to think about an important announcement that happened during the Christmas story. But first, have a look at these pictures and look for clues as to what kind of person might live here. I'm sure this house looks quite different from where you and from where I live. It's over to you for some thinking now. What might the person who lives here have been doing this morning? Use the clues from the pictures to help. What ideas did you come up with? Did you get tidying up or sweeping, lighting the fire or cooking? You're right. The person who lives here would probably have been doing quite ordinary things. When God was ready to send Jesus into the world, he needed to choose a very special person to be the mother of his son. The woman that he chose was called Mary. Mary lived 2,000 years ago in a town called Nazareth. She wasn't wealthy or important, and she was quite young. She was going to get married to a man called Joseph. And she spent lots of her time cleaning, making the beds, sewing, making bread, very ordinary things. A bit like those things that you thought of when you were looking at the pictures of the house. But one day, something pretty extraordinary happened. Here are some friends from schools in St Albans to tell you a bit more.
This sourdough bread is delicious. It's your best one yet.
Thank you, Mary, but I was hoping for a few more air bubbles.
Oh, Joseph, I can't wait until we're finally married.
Me too. I can't imagine anything happening to us that could possibly complicate that.
Mary thought this day was just an ordinary day like any other, except all that was about to change in an instant. Because God had sent Gabriel, his most trusted angel, to give Mary a message so important it would change the world forever.
Peace be with you, Mary.
That wasn't the message. Keep watching.
You will give birth to a baby boy called Jesus, and he will be the Son of God.
Mary was shocked.
Can I think about it?
It says no.
Mary was afraid, and she knew this would take some explaining to Joseph. but she trusted in God and his plan for her. So that night, she told Joseph about what the angel had told her, and it went pretty much as expected.
Joseph, are you still there? Give me a minute.
When Mary heard this announcement, this plan from the angel for her life, the Bible tells us she was troubled and frightened. I'm not surprised, are you? Quite a big challenge for her. I wonder how you would feel if an angel suddenly appeared and announced something so extraordinary was going to happen to you. But Mary believed that God was with her, and she said she would do whatever God wanted. She said, "I am the Lord's servant." Christians today, like Mary, still believe that God is with them, and they don't need to be afraid when they face challenges. I wonder what challenges or difficult things you've been facing recently, or might be facing now. Things that you have to do but you feel a bit scared about. Something that needs you to be brave like Mary had to be. Maybe a friend or someone in your family is facing something that's a bit scary. I've been having a think, and I'm going to write down something that's challenging me on this sticky note, and I'm going to stick it on here after I finished talking to you. I mentioned right at the beginning of the film that there's going to be 4 opportunities for you to experience Christmas. In the other 3, there'll also be time for you to think and respond and maybe write something down. So you might want to make a space in your classroom a bit like this one. If this is part of your collective worship or your assembly, why not choose someone after we've finished to say a prayer asking God to help you when you've had to do something difficult or frightening? I've really enjoyed spending a bit of time with you, thinking about the first part of this amazing story. Jo will be with you next time to tell you what happens next.